Namaskar, welcome back. As we approach the conclusion of our illuminating and enriching workshop, Caring 2024, it is time for our valedictory function. Over the past 2 days, we have delved deeply into the challenges and opportunities in gasification, shared valuable knowledge, and fostered connections that will undoubtedly shape the future in gasification. For this valedictory session today, we are honored to have great personalities with us. Sri Sanjay Singh Ji, Director Technical, BCCL Dhanbad, as Chief Guest. Mr. Ayush Raj Sinha, Consultant, Young Professional, Ministry of Steel, as Guest of Honor. Now, I would like to request our Chief Guest of Honor, Director CIMFR, and Outstanding Scientist Dr. P.K. Banerjee to take place in the dais, and request Dr. Sujal Shah to accompany. Please, sir. Now I request Director CIMFR, Dr. Arvind Kumar Mishra sir, to welcome our Chief Guest, Sri Sanjay Singh Ji, with bouquet. Now I request Director sir to welcome our guest of honor, Sri Ayush Raj Sinha Ji, by presenting him a bouquet. Now requesting Dr. P.K. Banerjee sir to welcome our Director sir. Thank you, sir. Now, it is my privilege to invite our outstanding scientist and a pillar of our scientific community, Dr. P.K. Banerjee sir, to provide a summary of significant discussions and insights gained over these 2 days workshop. Please, sir.
Thank you. Dignitaries on the dais, Shri Sanjay Singh Sahab, Director Operations BCCL CIMFR. Ayush Raj Sinha, very young consultant professional in Ministry of Steel, Government of India. Our Director, Professor A.K. Mishra, my colleague Shujan Saha, all my colleagues, participants, ladies and gentlemen, very good afternoon. In fact, we have come to very close to the end of this, I must say, very engaged workshop. Caring, it's indeed a caring kind of workshop. I'm sure it was a very, very good learning experience for all of you, because this is not like other things. It's a in-depth discussion of a very specific technology we're talking about. In fact, yesterday during inauguration, we heard from our chief guest, Mr. Anandji Prasad Saab, project advisor Ministry of Coal. And very clearly he communicated how important, how critical this topic to our country. We have set up a very, very aspirational target, 100 million tons of coal gasification by 2030. And this is absolutely necessary for energy security for our country. It is also aligned to the decarbonization roadmap of the country. So therefore, this is one way we need to go for it. We have to get it. And subsequently, our director sir has told you that CSIR-Central is well positioned with expertise, with resources to address some of those issues. We are there. We have fairly good knowledge of this technology. We can help in achieving those aspirational targets. Subsequently, we had a series of lectures, keynote lectures that gave us confidence, especially to start with when we heard from Mr. Debashis Maiti, who is Executive Vice President of JSPL and Head of Coal Gasifications. Suddenly you are feeling very confident that this is achievable. This technology is already there. It is being used for the steel industries. Of course, there are challenges. We'll come to that. There are challenges. There are issues. We also heard from another keynote lecture by Mr. Subroto Dasgupta Sahab, how to convert coal into producer gas. Of course, the application will be more as a thermal energy source for the industries. Could be steel industries, foundries, cement. There are multiple industries where they are looking for a cleaner fuel gas. There are large number of such producer gas plant in the country today, and that gives us confidence on this technology. As I said, there are issues raised by those practitioners. The issues were with high-as Indian coals. The issues were multiple environment concerns. There are a lot of fines generations. There are a lot of emissions involved. And of course, the variability of the incoming coal, set up going into the gasifiers. And our first talk by my colleague, Dr. U.S. Chattopadhyay Sahab has explained you, we can address the highest issue. Highest coal, the issues with the highest content can be very well addressed through beneficiation. It's possible to bring down the ash to a reasonable level. When you talk about gasification, we don't need 10%, 15%, but we can definitely bring down to 30%, 32%, which is very, the right kind of material for gasifications. And we have the technology, we have the pilot plant, you must have seen already. And also, our colleague, Dr. Manish has explained that the fines which is coming out, which is not well suited for the fixed bed gasifications, you can convert that into briquette and then use it. So that technology is again with us, and it was very detailed discussed and presented by Manish. Then we talked about the coal part, because that is what is the core thing about the technology. The coal properties is not like, you just get a coal and start gasifying it. You need to understand the coal properties, their impact on gasifications. That fundamental understanding is very, very important. And that was explained by my colleague, Dr. Sujan Saha yesterday. And he has explained each and every parameter, how you need to address them before you feed the coal into the gasifier. And once you have a fairly good understanding, and then we covered the core topic, the technology part, the science of gasifications, the core process itself, which was explained by my colleague, Dr. Prakash Chavan, who took us through the science of gasifications. The technology part is the comparison of various technologies in the gasification space. What are the different challenges? And of course, the technology which CIMFR is developing, the pressurized fluidized bed gasification technologies, which is well suited for Indian coal with high S. He has explained that we are not only that we have demonstrated at pilot, we are ready for demonstrate to larger scale, and we are seriously looking for partners who can join hand with us and take this technology to the next level, maybe 100 TPD kind of a plant. That was about surface gasification, and of course there is another part is the underground gasifications. And my colleague Dr. Monday has explained you, and you have understood the importance of underground gasification as well, and the capability of CIMFR in that space. Large amount of coal is actually got locked into the mines today. They can't be mined because of the higher depth. And this is a technology, the underground gasification technology can tap those unused coals. And again, we have the expertise and we have a lot of experience in that space. Of course, there are issues. There are challenges with environmental issues. There are issues also with safety, and we must address those before this technology is fine-tuned for implementations. And once we had this understanding, then possibly you have understood the end application. So once you gasify coal, and that's the way we designed this workshop. We started with the issues, the challenges, then the basic science and the application side. The syngas which was produced from the gasifier, it was then processed to converted to the value-added products. Syngas to methanol was covered by Dr. Sudipta Datta, and he has explained how it's not just you got a syngas and feed into this reactor and convert into methanol. There are a lot of processing, impurities removal. So a lot of work has to be done before you feed into the reactor. And of course, there are challenges with the catalyst and all. So those aspects have been covered. And the other side is that converting the syngas into the liquid fuels, diesel, petrol, and all, where Dr. Sudip Amaiti, who has not only explained, definitely he has shown the pilot plant, which already demonstrated at CIMFR. The technology is already demonstrated, and we have the techno-economic evaluation of this technology. So certainly we are ready to take this technology if it is viable, because there are challenges with economics, definitely. And once that economics is established, we can take it to the next level. And finally, about this whole story of coal gasifications, I think it ends with the environment concerns. You need to see that you are making a technology which is not having any impact on environment. It should be all zero kind of thing, whether zero liquid discharge or zero solid waste generation, zero emissions, so all these things to be addressed. And Dr. Mastro, my colleague Dr. Mastro has taken you to those aspects, especially the solid waste, the slag which is getting generated, how that can be converted to value-added applications. So I think in nutshell, if I summarize, you have gone through the entire kind of a value chain from coal to syngas to applications. We have understood what we need to do, why we have to do, and how we can do. I think that is what was shared with you. Thank you once again for giving me a chance to share my thoughts and summarizing what we have learned this few days. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, as we conclude this Enriching Caring 2024 workshop, we value the insight and experience of each and every participant. So now I request our participant to share their suggestions, experience, and feedback, if any they have, of this workshop. Anyone? Anyone want to share their suggestions or feedback? Please, please, sir, come. Come on this stage, sir.
Good evening. Good evening, Mr. Mr. Shina, Dr. P.K. Banerjee, and Dr. Sujan sir, all the dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. So this workshop was really very eye-opener for those professionals who are working in mining industry, especially coal mining industry. I'm a geologist and associated with coal mining for the last 21 years, and this new technology we have done some, taste of job, but how it can be done, what are the science behind it, and how the coal can be identified. So all these things was very much well discussed. So this, I'm sure the way the world is moving towards net zero, which is a hot topic for the whole world. So this gasification, surface coal gasification is a very, green future for the whole world. So steel makers, different working across the globe, so they are moving towards this. So already JSPL has well established. So thanks to Dr. Devashish Mohanty for sharing his thoughts and how they are doing it. So yes, we have understood the challenges, we have understood the issues with that, and our scientist from CIMFR has well explained how we can identify coal, how we can identify gasifiers and all these things. So as a whole, the whole whole course and whole workshop has been well designed and well documented also in the form of manual. So thanks for the whole arrangement and whole workshop. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else?
Good evening to all. Respected Dr. Singh, Dr. Mishra, Professor Mishra, Mr. Sinha, Dr. Saha, and all my dear friends. These 2 days really have been very nice for us, eye-opening, because for us, for steel makers, this is a new area, new challenge, and new prospect, I can say, because if we look about the decarbonization prospect, direct burning of coal has more CO2 emission than gasification route. So definitely everybody is looking for gasification, but the challenges are still many, like selecting the right kind of gasifier for our own Indian coal. But JSPL has done a lot of improvement in their first ever gasifying technology in India, as far as steel making is concerned, because there has been many gasifiers for other purposes, but for steel making, this is actually a great initiative by JSPL, and further they are going for more gasifier of such nature. So हम लोगों के दिमाग में बहुत सारी जो धुंध थी वो थोड़ी थोड़ी हटी है, और भी इस पर काम करना है, and definitely will go a long way as far as coal gasification is concerned. But the main aspect of this workshop has been to connect with many people, to know what are other fields, other areas of expertise this institute is having. Definitely, we have discussed with many scientists regarding that also. So as a sales representative, we may work on those areas also, along with the gasification. So let's hope this kind of workshop further happens in the nearby area, because this is the right area for coal related any kind of workshop. And जितना ज्यादा वर्कशॉप होगा उतना ही ज्यादा इस एरिया को एंड नेशन को उससे बेनिफिट होगा, और हम सभी लोग. So lastly, I thank you once again for inviting me for this workshop. I am rather blessed to attend this workshop. Thank you all.
Yes, sir. Yeah, please, sir.
Respected DT sir, Sri Sanjay Singh sir, Sanjay Kumar sir, respected Director Sri Misra sir, other members. मैं NCL को रिप्रेजेंट करता हूँ, मैं CIL से आया हूँ। ऐसे तो बहुत उम्मीद लेकर आया हूँ क्योंकि हमारे बॉस टॉप से लेके नीचे तक बहुत ज्यादा परेशान है इन द सेंस हम लोग का मेजर कंसर्न है CIL में अभी का जो सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है अंडरग्राउंड माइन का सेफ्टी प्रोडक्टिविटी और उससे रिलेटेड है। बहुत सारे माइन अभी ECL में BCCL में और बहुत सारे सब्सिडरी में पड़े हुए हैं। हम लोग NDO को देखें, गैसिफिकेशन उसका सबसे ज्यादा बेस्ट सॉल्यूशन है। इन्वायरमेंट अलग हम लोग को प्रॉब्लम कर रहा है OCP को एक्सपेंशन करने में, लीगल मैटर अलग आ रहा है, लैंड एक्विजिशन का अलग प्रॉब्लम है। तो हम लोग को बहुत उम्मीद है, बहुत आशान्वित है इस प्रकार के वर्कशॉप से। हल्का फुल्का इशारा जरूर मिला। मैं चाहता था कि क्लास में भी इंटरेक्शन करूं, जैसे स्टैट्यूटरी ऑब्लिगेशन क्या क्या करना पड़ता है अगर गैसिफिकेशन करेंगे तो अधिक समय न देके धन्यवाद देता हूँ आप सभी लोगों का। हमको बुलाया, NCL को बुलाया, उसके लिए धन्यवाद। आशा करूंगा कि फिर हम लोग को नेक्स्ट वर्कशॉप में बुलाया जाए। बहुत बहुत थैंक यू।
Anyone else? Okay, so now it is a distinct honor for us to have with us today our esteemed guest of honor, Sri Ayush Raj Sinha ji, young professor from the Ministry of Steel. So we are privileged to invite Sri Ayush Raj Sinha ji to share his profound insights and experience with us. His perspective will undoubtedly enrich our knowledge and inspire us all. Please join me in welcoming Sri Ayush Raj Sinha ji for his enlightening lecture. Sir, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ayush from Ministry of Steel. Thank you very much for having us here. We, as an industry, stand at a very pivotal point where we have to look at the growth along with decoupling it with the carbon emissions. So, as a representative from steel industry, our primary focus would be to align with the decarbonization targets that the country has announced and the nationally determined contributions that Ministry of Steel has announced. So decarbonization is something which we are deeply engaging with many stakeholders and other people. And the other part being that the growth of the industry is also important, that we become globally competitive. And for that purpose, gasification has been discussed in our ministry at time and again. We have held two high-level stakeholder consultations also. But there are certain points which need to be clarified, and that was the point by Secretary, Honorable Secretary, Ministry of Steel, sent me here to learn. So I was a learner. I'm still a learner over here to learn from the experts and get back to my ministry and report to my secretary that how do we take this forward. But the issues are not just with the regulatory nudges, it is also with the entrepreneurship involved with such newer technology. So the entrepreneurs have to bear the risk at some point also. Viability gap fundings can be handled initially, but the ecosystem has to be developed ultimately at a point of time. So thank you very much sir, for inviting me and having me here. And we like to work together, and CSIR-CIMFR is doing really great. I wish you all the very best. Please help the nation grow as you have been. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your valuable time and knowledge with us. Your presence has added immense value to our event. Thank you once again. Now I request our director, sir, to felicitate our guest of honor with a symbol of gratitude. Now, with great honor and privilege, we invite our esteemed chief guest, Sri Sanjay Raj Singh Ji, Director, BCCL, to share his valuable insight with us today. Sri Sanjay Ji brings a wealth of experience, expertise in field of mining engineering with a distinct career spanning decades. His leadership and contributions have significantly impacted the mining industry, and we eagerly await his thought. Please join me in welcoming Sri Sanjay Ji for his enlightening lecture. Sir, please.
Namaskar. Session after lunch is really painful. I know. First of all, सबसे पहले मैं सिम्फर के डायरेक्टर श्री मिश्रा साहब को धन्यवाद देना चाहूँगा। मुझे एक ऐसे ज्वलंत टॉपिक पे जिस पर चर्चा हुई है उसके समापन समारोह में बुलाया है। Distinguished guests on the dais, participants from CIL, PCCL, NCL, SAIL, JSPL. Tata Steel also is there? No. And AMNS, a new company starting their footprint in eastern part of the country, AMNS, ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel. ये एक ऐसा टॉपिक है इसके बारे में चर्चा तो बहुत होती है। हम सब जानते भी है कि यह एक कंसर्न है पूरी दुनिया के लिए, लेकिन अभी तक इस पे हम लोग बहुत कुछ कर नहीं पाए। आप देखिए तो हम लोग उस जंक्शन पे खड़े हैं, बड़े सौभाग्यशाली हैं कि पूरे देश और दुनिया को बदलते हुए देख रहे हैं। देश हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री के नेतृत्व में जो अभी डेवलपमेंट का पेस जो आया है वो सब हम लोगों को गौरवान्वित करता है। जब भी विकास होगा तो आप जानते हैं उसका सबसे पहला स्तंभ जो है वो है ऊर्जा। ऊर्जा ही है जो ये निर्धारित करता है कि देश की प्रगति किस स्पीड में हो रही है और देश कितना डेवलप्ड है। अभी भी यदि आप देखें तो हमारा जो जनसंख्या है और हमारी जो ऊर्जा की खपत है वो विकसित देशों की तुलना में यदि मुझे सही याद है तो करीब 5वां हिस्सा है, 1/1/1/5 जो जितने ऊर्जा अमेरिका यूरोप के लोग कंज्यूम करते हैं उसके हिसाब से। साथ साथ विकास के लिए हमारे जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर जो डेवलप होंगे उसके लिए जो ऊर्जा की जरूरत है वो अलग है। तो आप जस्ट ये सोचिए यदि ये देश विकसित देश के कतार में जब खड़ा हो जाएगा, जो हमारे प्रधानमंत्री का जो सपना है, कितनी ऊर्जा की जरूरत हुई। साथ साथ ये भी हम जानते हैं कि आज जो जिस विधि से हम ऊर्जा उत्पादन कर रहे हैं उसमें कोयला जो है वो सबसे प्रमुख है, क्योंकि ये सबसे सस्ता है, सबसे सस्टेनेबल है और सबसे निरंतर रूप से आपको ऊर्जा देने वाला साधन है। यदि इस कोयले की खपत देश में 5 गुना हो जाए, आज जो पिछले 15-20 दिन पहले जो हम लोग बाहर निकल नहीं पा रहे थे, हो सकता है फिर सालों तक ना निकल पाए। एक ऐसा विषय है जो हमें ये सोचने पर मजबूर करता है कि देश का ये जो निरंतर विकास जो हो रहा है उसको निर्बाध गति से रखने के लिए अपने ऊर्जा के स्रोतों को कैसे, जो कि ग्रीन हो, कि हम देखें तो उस लक्ष्य की तरफ ये एक छोटा कदम है गैसिफिकेशन, लेकिन इसका कंट्रीब्यूशन बहुत है। अभी मेरी चर्चा हो रही थी डायरेक्टर साहब से कि गैसीफायर कितने तरह के हैं, कौन सा गैसीफायर में कैसा सोर्स चाहिए कार्बन का। तो यहाँ के जितने वैज्ञानिक हैं और जितने पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं जो इस परिचर्चा में हिस्सा लिए हैं, मुझे उम्मीद है कि हम एक ऐसा तकनीकी का विकास करेंगे जो कि सबसे सक्षम हो, सबसे किफायती हो, और इसके साथ साथ ये भी हो कि वो हमारे पास जो रिसोर्स है उसको ही इस्तेमाल में करें, लाए। ऐसा ना हो कि एक ऐसा तकनीकी हो जिसके लिए फिर से इंपोर्ट करना पड़े, बाहर से कोयला लाना पड़े। और ये गैसिफिकेशन यदि आप ये एक सोचने की बात, यदि हम गैसिफिकेशन को इन सिटू कर दें, जहाँ पे कोयला है वहीं कर दें, उस कोयला से ऊर्जा बनाने में जो इस्तेमाल होते हैं उसको हम कम कर पाएंगे। अभी मुझे कोयला निकालना पड़ता है, ट्रांसपोर्ट करना पड़ता है, पावर हाउस पहुंचाना पड़ता है, उसके बाद उससे गैस बनता है, उससे हमारा बिजली बनता है। यदि वो वही गैसिफाइड हो जाए तो ये सारी जो जरूरतें हैं ट्रांसपोर्ट करने का, कन्वर्ट का, उसका उसका तो उसकी जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी। तो इसमें भी जो एनर्जी खर्च हो रहा है वो बचेगा हमारा। मुझे उम्मीद ही नहीं, पूरा विश्वास भी है कि पिछला 2 दिन जो है इस पर काफी अच्छा परिचर्चा हुआ होगा, और हमारे जितने इसमें पार्टिसिपेंट्स थे उससे लाभान्वित हुए होंगे। और हमारा जो सिम्फर, जो हमारा इंस्टीट्यूट है, इसके हमारे जो वैज्ञानिक हैं तो काफी कुशल और काफी एक्सपीरियंस्ड है, वो इस दिशा में कार्य करेंगे। और ये हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी का भी आप देखेंगे जो पहला 15 दिन का काम है उसमें भी इसका चर्चा हुआ है कि कोल गैस, अंडरग्राउंड कोल गैसिफिकेशन जो है हम लोग झारखंड में स्टार्ट किए, इंडिया में जो पायलट प्रोजेक्ट स्टार्ट किए। अभी गैसिफिकेशन तो नहीं कर पाए, स्टार्ट किए। अगर यह सफल हो जाए तो इससे कितनी सारी परेशानियां दूर हो जाएगी। देश जो है एनर्जी के मामले में संबल हो जाएगा, आत्मनिर्भर हो जाएगा, लोगों का विस्थापन बंद हो जाएगा। एनर्जी जो है वो यदि क्लीन हुई तो हमारा इन्वायरमेंट पे इम्पैक्ट कम पड़ेगा, और हम एक अच्छा प्रकृति के साथ इस धरती को अपने आने वाले जो हमारे आने वाले जो हमारी पीढ़ी है उसको हम लोग हस्तांतरित कर पाएंगे। इसी उम्मीद के साथ और इसी आशा के साथ कि यह जो परिचर्चा है ये उस दिशा में एक अच्छा स्टार्ट है, और इसमें भविष्य में गति आएगी। इस आशा के साथ मैं जितने लोग यहाँ पार्टिसिपेंट्स थे, जो भी हमारे वैज्ञानिक इसमें पार्टिसिपेट किए, जो अपने पेपर प्रेजेंट किए, सबको मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगा, और आने वाले समय में इस कार्यक्रम की सफलता की मनोकामना करूंगा। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
Thank you, sir, for sharing your valuable insight with us. Your presence has truly made this event memorable. Now I request Dr. Sir to felicitate our chief guest with token of respect. Thank you, sir. As we are near the culmination of this enlightening and productive event, it is my privilege to invite the Director CIMFR sir to share his invaluable insight and deliver the concluding remark. Please, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Arti. Please and good evening to everyone. On the dais, I welcome Shri Sanjay Singh sir, Director Technical, PCCL, who happens to be a well-wisher, a friend, and an illustrious alumnus of IIT Dhanbad, where I was faculty. Still, I am on deputation from IIT ISM. And on dais, Sri Sinhaji, who happens to be my student, again, an illustrious alumnus of IIT ISM Dhanbad, Department of Mining Engineering, who happens to be my student as well. Dr. P.K. Banerjee ji, outstanding scientist, CSIR-CIMFR, Dr. Sujan Saha, all other distinguished guests, scientist in charge, Digwadi campus, Dr. Ashish Mukherjee ji, all other chief scientists, head of the department, head of the research groups, scientists, technical officers, technical staff, students, research scholars, friends from press and media, please and good evening to everyone. It was indeed a program which was very much needed, as what some of the feedback what we got in from the participants. And as a country, what commitment we have given to the global community is net zero by 2070. Again, the various industries, coal industry, steel industry, cement industry, all other industries which are dependent on coal have also committed their own. They have set in their own target of net zero. And in the process of net zero, you need to get on the decarbonization route. As I was discussing with some of the participants from Durgapur, SAIL, the decarbonization steel industry. Already, Government of India has already come up with a task force, and the document has already been prepared, which will soon be published, which will be made to the public. Greening of steel industry. Simultaneously, we do have task force for greening of mining industry, refining industry, smelting industry. So all the industries need to go on the greening path. And that is what is the commitment which we have given to the global community. And so this topic becomes more so important for all of us. And there are, like JSPL has come up with a technology where indigenous process, with the indigenous catalyst, with the indigenous expert, with the indigenous engineering houses, we are in a position to having our knowledge, our expertise, so that we can come up with the plans, demo plans, as well as commercial plans. There are a lot of activities happening around in the country. Coal India has already initiated, Ministry of Coal has initiated program. And so this particular workshop, I think with the feedback what I got in was very, very useful and was the need of our wherein all stakeholders from academia, from industry, from the practitioners, those who are operating the gasifiers, those who are running the pilot plant, those who have got the expertise in the process, this research community, the scholars, all stakeholders were here at the same place, at the same platform, wherein they exchanged their ideas. And just a few minutes before, I had a discussion wherein I got in feedback that with one of the steel plant, they want to have CO2 sequestration and storage and sequestration. They would like to work with CSIR-CIMFR. They had seen, I think all of you would have seen what facilities we do have at Digwadi campus, but unfortunately, you had seen only half of it. Other half is at Barwa Road campus, which is with the mining, anything related to the mining and allied industries, with the infrastructure, with the flame-proof. There are a lot of activities which is being done. CBM, underground coal gasification, we have a division which is working on that as well. So I think you have just seen less than 50%, because there is another campus called Barwa Road campus, wherein we have a lot of activities. Then we do have a research center located at Nagpur, Ranchi, Bilaspur, Roorkee. So these are the other research centers wherein we have got the research activities. So what you saw probably was little less than half. And I'm very excited that you had an opportunity to interact with the scientists, and you have understood what are the strengths of CSIR-CIMFR. And CSIR-CIMFR also got in with your feedback. We understood what are the areas for us to improve. And this is the right platform which was established, a right network has been established, wherein as and when you will be moving up in your organization, in your workplace, you will know to whom I need to get in touch and who is doing what. So I think this, in my personal feeling, this was the right thing to be executed, to be done. And 2 days you have spent in, you have understood. And now probably challenge is back on the scientists, CSIR-CIMFR, to take it further, to come up with the engineering package, which we are very hopeful, and we are quite confident that for 100 TPD plant, we will come up with the engineering package with the techno-economics, with all required, which is required for the industry. We are already in talk with the industry, and we look forward to the industry. You please come forward, do hand-holding, because we have certain limitations. We can have the pilot plants, but we can't go with the demo and commercial plants. CSIR-CIMFR or CSIR as an organization, we cannot have the demo plant, or we cannot have the commercial plant. For that, the industry need to come forward, and there are certain incentive schemes which has been launched by Government of India, wherein yesterday Mr. Anji Prasad was talking about 8,500 crores have been allocated for incentivizing the gasification process. And so the industry should come forward and handhold and I think look, move forward, so that the ambition what the country has put on in terms of decarbonization, in terms of 100 million tons of coal to be gasified by 2030, we'll be in a position to achieve all that. So with these words, once again, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to each one of you, to all the sponsors, the industry sponsors, to the Ministry of Coal, to the Ministry of Steel, to Sri Sanjay Singh Saab and Sri Samiran Dattaji, who have very happily extended their support, to Northern Coalfields Limited, BCCL and IR Tech for sponsoring the event and making this event successful. Thank you very much, and I wish all of you all the best for getting back to your home safely. With these words, thanks, Jay.
Thank you, sir. Your profound guidance have been instrumental in steering this workshop towards success. Your unwavering commitment and visionary leadership continue to inspire us all. Thank you for your continuous support for this event. Now, as we have reached the concluding part of this esteemed event, it's time to recognize and honor the participants who have contributed to its success. Your dedication and active participation throughout this event have been truly commendable, and we are pleased to present these certificates as a token of appreciation for your valuable contribution. Now I kindly request all participants to please come on the stage as their name announces. Mr. Prashant Desmani, General Manager, Dev Energy, please come on the stage. Okay. Mr. KP Jayakumar, EGM, Sale. KP Jayakumar. Mr. Spandan Saha, Assistant Manager, Hindalco. Mr. Partha Pratim Banerjee. Mr. Rakesh Kumar Oja, IIEPL. Mr. Anil Kumar Singrauli, NCL Singrauli. Mr. Punamala Deepak, NCL. Mr. Nandan Kumar Chaudhary, NCL. Mr. Animesh Panda, NCL. Mr. Rameswar Prasad, BCCL. Mr. Nityanand Kujur, BCCL. Mr. Pawan Kumar, BCCL. Mr. Gaurav Agrawal, BCCL. Mr. Sanjeev Kumar Sharma, ISM Dhanbad. Mr. Mithilesh Mehato, ISM. Mr. Vishal Kumar, ISM. Mr. Virendra Kumar Chaturvedi, SAIL. Mr. Amitabh Roy, NRL. Mr. Dipanjan Saha, Hindalco. Thank you, sir. as we draw towards the conclusion of this insightful event, it is my honor to invite Dr. Sujan Saha to deliver the vote of thanks. Sir, please.
Very good evening, all of you. I feel honored and privileged to propose a vote of thanks for this workshop, Challenges and Opportunities in Gasification, Caring 2024. We came to the concluding part, but it's not the end. Rather, it's a beginning of new network, beginning of new thought process, and beginning of new activities. It was indeed a very interactive session. The experienced speakers shared their experience, how they came over the challenges and how they took the moments of challenge to convert it to the opportunities. So it was a very good interactive session. Now, I would, on behalf of CSIR-CIMFR, would like to convey our regards and thanks to our chief guest, Sir, Sri Sanjay Kumar Singh, Sir, Director Technical Operation, BCCL, who accepted our invitation in a very short period of time, and in spite of his busy schedule, he is here. Thank you, sir. I would like to convey our regards and thanks to Sri Ayush Sinha ji, young steel, who also accepted our invitation in a very short span of time and took the pain to come to Dhanbad from New Delhi. Thank you, sir. Now it's a time to convey our regards and gratitude to our director, sir. Sir, it is your motivation, your guidance, and your all kinds of support made it possible this event in a very short span of time. Thank you, sir. Now, special thanks to our invited speakers, Mr. Devashish Maiti, Executive Vice President and Head Coal Gasification, Angul, JSPL Angul, who shared his long experience with the participants and took very active and actively participated in this event. Thank you, sir. Sri Maiti left this event. Actually, his train was there at 4 o'clock, so he left at 3 p.m. Now, I come to Sri Subroto Dasgupta from IIEPL, India Industrial Enterprises Private Limited. Sir, really we are thankful that at the age of 78, you came here and delivered your presentation. You shared your experience. Thank you, sir. It shows your love and dedication to your work and to the subject gasification. Thank you, sir. Now we come to our heads, all the speakers who have shared their experience, actively participated, interacted, all the queries with the participants and all participants from the Coal India Limited, BCCL, CIL, NCL, then AMNS, then SAIL, Hindalco. Big thanks to you all, because it is you, for you, this event ultimately became successful. And also I would mention the internal participants from our CSIR-CIMFR. So finally, I would like to thank all media personnel for giving wide coverage, and last but not the least, who actively supported from the front or behind. I thank you all. And with this hope, just one thing I would like to mention, that we concluded in the year 2021, Caring 2021, in virtual board, we got very good responses, and that made this event, that is carrying 2024. In this case, we got more higher responses. So definitely, sir, in near future, we will conduct carrying 2025 or 2026. With this, once again, thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I kindly request everyone, please rise for the national anthem. Thank you.
Yeah, we did.